Hey friends, it's Tiana here. I'm going to share my screen with you. So let's go over here to Facebook, to our group. Just a reminder. So today is day 3, and I'm going to talk to you about messaging. And I'm actually going to talk to you about messaging your Facebook profile and your Facebook business page and answer some questions that are frequently asked between Facebook pages and Facebook profile. So I'm going to open up another tab for Facebook and let's go to my business page first, which is here. Let's go there. And I'm actually also going to open up Instagram. Now, to be clear what messaging is, I just want to tell you what messaging is, and it's an online marketing term. It's the words you use. Like here on Instagram, it's what you see right here, sign up below, but also like up here up top, how it's got the header and then it's got like a subtitle of what it is I do. So today I'm going to help you decide that. And I'm going to show you a little bit in Canva with Facebook covers, what you can do with that also, like how you explain who you are. Because just a reminder, you get 2 seconds. Let's type it in here really quick. I'm going to say right here, 2 seconds for somebody to look at your page. Remember, page is not a profile, and then to be like, oh, I'm interested. So they may see this, and just from the way it looks or the title here, they may be like, oh, I'm totally interested. Or let's say it is on Instagram, like you're only getting right up here, or they're looking at the vibe of what you do. So I just want to explain that you get 2 seconds. So that's number one. And that's why messaging also goes along with design. Okay. And then I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek at the end here into how to boost a post. So real quick, we're going to keep this under 10 minutes today, is let's come over here to your business page. Now, also a heads up, messaging is also what you're titled. Make sure that your title is only your brand and that it's easy to spell and easy to remember. If you need to change that, you'd come over here into your About tab. And this is where you can edit the name and username. Ideally, also you want your name and username to be the same. And where that comes up at is over here. If I go into facebook.com/inspired mommy boss, see that right there? That's so important that you have a URL that matches what you do. So whether that's your name or your company name, it should not include a network marketing name. It should not include like along things of things you do. The exception to that is if you have a name that's pretty like used, let's say it was like my first name's Amber and then Smith. So let's say Amber Smith was taken. So I would come down here and say Amber Smith Biz Coach maybe. And so that would say at Amber Smith Biz Coach and Amber Smith coaching or something. That's okay to explain it, but I've seen sometimes where people use these really long statements over here like makeup with this and put a company name. No, unless it's your company name, it does not go there. And this is, again, you go down to your About tab and you can edit your name here. Now let's talk about the messaging up here. This is more of a call to action messaging, meaning like right now I've got this whole workshop series going on. And so what I'm advertising for the next 2 weeks, because I'm launching a new program, is for people to sign up to get my training. But usually, and this is why I have my profile open, I have something more like this on the header. And this is what I recommend you do. If I click on this header, let me download. Let me point out a few things about Facebook and the headers, because once again, you get how many seconds, guys? 2 seconds. Okay, 2 seconds to grab their attention. Ideally, if you have some professional photos, I even took this as a selfie. I put the phone, my iPhone, on a timer on this tree that's here, and then I backed up. I said on 10 seconds, and I just took a bazillion pictures and picked out the best 2 that I use. Okay, over here, if you notice, if I was going to center it here, the reason I didn't center it is when I go like this image is here. And even over here, the reason I center things there is when you're checking this from a phone, which 90% of people are going to check your page and stuff from a phone, Facebook centers it. So another side note, besides having an image, if you put the image on there, you need to double check anything you design when you upload it, that it looks good on a phone, that no text is cut off, that kind of thing. So that's a second part of this, is making sure that everything is centered. So one is make sure you have a picture of yourself. If you don't, that's okay. Leave the picture here, make it a cool background. And then you want to make sure you've got your logo up top and a subheader here. So subheader means like that's your copy. And I want you to notice down here on Facebook, this is the profile, and I'll show you where it's at on the page, is you can edit your intro here. It's under your about, and I recommend you do that because people that are following you on Facebook, like I have a bunch of, I know this is a Facebook business training, and I get a lot of questions about the profile. I do post the same information on my page as my profile because I get a lot of business from my profile too. So I treat my profile like a page. We're not counting your guys' profile for this 5-day boot camp as far as the competition and the contest, but it's still relevant because you still have people following you, right? Like I post on here a lot and I get a lot of business from here. You want to be careful how you post on your profile, and that's why we don't do that. But make sure that the copy here matches this. And the same thing over here. It's a little bit different on Instagram. We're not doing Instagram training, but again, I'm throwing these little things in there in case you are on Instagram. It's just, this is your copy, okay? And that's your messaging. That's like real quick. Somebody's like, oh, what is it that you do? You don't want to hide it. You don't say like what you help. Like, don't do that. Tell people what you do. Okay, tell people what you do in like a statement. Like if you were on between one floor on an elevator, what do you do? So now let me teach you how to design this up, okay? So if you were over here, I would start with a template. Now you can search fall Facebook cover. I would definitely not search fall. I would just search like Facebook. Maybe you can search beauty Facebook covers, birthdays. Let's see, healthy living. But really, I think always make it your own. And this is what I talked about. So let's say I was working with, I like this one because it's in the middle. This is kind of cool if you were going to do one because it will bring it in. I would be bringing in the text. So don't always trust Canva. You want to always double check it with, your Facebook phone, like I talked about. Okay, so let's say that you're in fitness and this was you. So this is you. You're like, that's not me. Okay, but you can actually make this really different. I'm going to take my friend Elizabeth over here and I'm going to show you how you can do this and make it girly even. Okay, you guys ready? So let's say that was her. And let's say she wanted more space though. So let's say she liked this kind of vibe. Obviously these colors need to change. You can take the picture and stretch it out, right? Do you see how I'm doing this? And even if you're like, oh, I don't want like a bunch of this color. Now this is her logo, the Joyful Mama. So I would just delete this group. Now, if you don't have a logo, let me show you how you do this then. First, you could say the Joyful Mama, or if it was your name, okay? And then because it's not linking here anymore, I would definitely grab the whole thing and then say what it is you do. Say, I know for her, I empower high-performing women to tap into their personal mission in life and business. Let's say that was her thing. Now, if it's not letting you edit this, you go up here, you press ungroup. Now we can tap it this way because you don't want to, it's really tiny though. 9 points is a little bit tiny. So you guys see where the points is up there. So I might just go like this and then take this one and make this a little bit smaller so it fits. Let's say 18 like this. Now, this isn't matching her brand, right? So what I would do up here is I'd come up here, click on one of these colors and start to kind of like edit colors. And then this one definitely needs to change. I would maybe just make that, like now it's girly, right? So let's make this white also. Isn't this amazing how colors change everything? And then this should be more scripted. The reason I'm sharing this with you, she has a brand, but what if you didn't have a brand? If you ever find that it's all uppercase, you're gonna come here and make it like that. So the Joyful Mama, and you could say with Elizabeth. How do you spell your last name, Elizabeth? Let's go look up Elizabeth. In life out, Oswald. Okay, let's go Oswald. You want to also say if you do have a brand name, I like to take it and make it a little bit bigger. And I'm not promising that this video is under 10 minutes anymore because I just got carried away what's new with my life. I love doing this stuff, you guys. That's why I do it. Okay, but if you don't love doing it, I'm telling you, bear with me here because you wanna do this, I promise. Now, if your logo name, and side note, I don't go into this fully in this training because I'm just doing it quickly for you guys. You really just want to have one script and one one script and one straight font. Do not be all over the place with your fonts. This is a kind of training I do go very in depth with my other trainings. And if you take a training with me, you'll see it, like I teach on this. But so do you see how this works though? So now all of a sudden she's got this brand thing that, let's see, it's over here. And I would probably, we'll play with colors a little bit. This is just to show you pretty quickly how you can take something, and I would even take this up a little bit. Like, I think sometimes, like the other one was pretty masculine. You can just have a little bit of it. Do you see how this works? And you can even take this over here and put this, like, here, I'll show you an option. You can duplicate it and A/B test things. So this is what's great about Canva. You just press this button here. This is not supposed to be a total Canva training. But let me show you with her logo, because this is what we did. What I did for her was, like, I took this over here, and you want to take this here, and I took it and made it like the same color. You can go find her her image, and I would just do this way over here. Like, I would barely put those up there, like, and these are two colored paints, and I know that. And then I'm going to spread this out. Okay, so if she wanted the tabs, or she may not want these tabs, or just like these little bits of pink might be good. And then just right up there at the top, if she wanted that. But maybe she doesn't. Maybe, like, I think we just did it like this. And then you want to make sure you can see the text. You can bring the text in, and then make sure it matches your branding. So I would just grab this, grab the color code to match it to that dark green in her shirt. And then there's just a little bit of that. So you can see the difference. This is if you don't have a logo. She already had a logo. You could make your own one. Again, choose one text for the logo, choose another one to do that. And then you just press download, and you can do all pages, or let's say you just wanted to press one, and there's that. Now the difference is her one, you don't have to have the slogan necessarily, like if your logo explains it, like the Joyful Mama, or if you just want to say one thing and capture their information. So there's different ways of doing it. I'm giving you the options, but here's what you want to do. You want to go into Canva, you want to play around with, come up with, what do you do? Try not to say the word help, explain what it is you do. The other option is you could even add some text, and you do things like, okay, you could say, let's say you're a life coach, spiritual entrepreneur. And you could just keep it like really simple. Like, you don't have to always explain what you do. You can also just do this kind of business. You see what I'm doing here? And then make sure though that everything, when you upload it, make sure you come and check it. This isn't the best design here, but it definitely is good, and it's better than what it was. And so you can always do things like that compared to an entire thing if you're getting stuck. And so this group that you're in, you want to come and post on day 3, is you want to post a picture of your image you designed on Canva. And even if you have a professionally designed header, I really want you to try playing with Canva, because see, if you're ever doing like me, where you're doing this workshop and thing, it's really important to have a call to action. You can use arrows on Canva. You can come over here. So the point today is to work on your messaging, get really clear about what it is you do, create your own logo if you don't have one. I mean, I always recommend hiring a designer. That's what I personally do, and I have a team. But like, if you don't have that, or you just want to, and you want to just get this done today, get the assignment in, and then figure out what it is you say you want to do, because you can go change it in your intro here. You can go change it here on your homepage in your Facebook. Also, side note over here for extra credit is this whole story. So you can upload any picture, you can put that Facebook header there also, and then you're going to tell people what you do. It doesn't have to be long. Again, it can be that whole, this thing right here. The point is to start to fill in the gaps on Facebook. And hey, bonus points if you have Instagram, go put it over there, add emojis. We're not going to go into that, but just letting you know, messaging and what it is you do is the second part of what people decide if they want to follow you or not. So we're kind of backing up a little and looking at the full picture. And just quick little side note, because I said I would, if you're looking to boost a post, make sure that you can go into your insights. And we're going to talk more about this tomorrow. And you can go into posts. And if you see that one of the posts you've been posting this week is doing better organically, this is the one you can boost. Even if it has nothing to do with your brand, the point is it'll get in front of a lot more people. So like this one has 217, this one has 126. So you can see this one has 110, 136. This is organic reach without paying for it. This video is 110. I would actually probably boost my video. The reason being, video converts so well. So I'd probably go click here and I would save $5. And I would go through this process and do that. And then I would also come up here and I would come boost like this 217 one, even though it's not my picture, but if it gets people to see my brand name and they start liking the post, I'm going to show you guys tomorrow about Facebook ads and how you can use this. But this is just a little sneak peek into it. So go get your messaging done. Go take a look into your insights and post your Facebook group. Though your to-do today is to really get these images up here. And you can make a slightly different one even for your Facebook profile. So go play in Canva, start to make sure you get the 2 texts on there and get it done. I can't wait to see what you come up with. See you guys on the inside.